Welcome to Extraordinary. I'm your host, Ty Legend. Today on Extraordinary, imagine the world crashing down around you, your childhood stolen in broad daylight. Today, we're diving into the incredible story of Jaycee Dugard and how a single pinecone became the symbol of her survival and a testament to how even the darkest experiences can ignite a beacon of hope and resilience within you. The pinecone felt like a whisper from another life. Rough against her palm, it carried the weight of a stolen childhood, a memory frozen at the precise moment everything changed. You might think you know what loss looks like, but Jaycee Dugard's story will challenge everything you believe about survival, hope, and the extraordinary resilience hidden within ordinary moments. Imagine yourself an 11-year-old girl, sunlight, a pink outfit, the anticipation of another school day. Then suddenly, darkness, a stun gun's electric shock, hands grabbing, your entire world collapsing into a nightmare that would last 18 years. This is not just a story of trauma. This is a blueprint for transforming your deepest pain into your most powerful strength. Before the darkness, Jaycee was a kaleidoscope of childhood wonder. Crayons scattered across her bedroom floor, imagination spilling onto paper in wild, colorful drawings, her laughter, a melody that filled every corner of her home. She was sensitive, creative, a storyteller who saw magic in the mundane. But sensitivity can be both a gift and a vulnerability. The world doesn't always protect its most delicate souls. Small signs, a lingering glance, an unexplained tension whispered warnings that danger might be closer than anyone realized. Your intuition is more powerful than you know. Learning to listen could be the difference between vulnerability and survival. Her world shrank to a backyard compound. Imagine walls that aren't just physical, they're psychological, locks clicking, a tarp separating her from everything she knew, colors fading, hope becoming a distant memory. Her captors didn't just steal her freedom, they systematically dismantled her identity. Her name became Alyssa, her childhood erased. Under horrific circumstances, she would give birth to 2 daughters, her body a battlefield of survival. But even in the darkest spaces, something remarkable was growing. Television became her lifeline, a voice selling jewelry, mundane yet miraculous. In that oppressive silence, she found a tiny spark of rebellion. This wasn't escapism, this was resistance. Think about your own life. Those small moments when you refuse to be defined by your circumstances, that's where transformation begins. Her symbols of hope were humble, a butterfly ring from her mother, the pinecone she touched before abduction, objects that whispered, "You are more than this moment, you are more than what was done to you." Jaycee learned a profound truth: power isn't always loud. Sometimes it's a strategic conversation, a subtle manipulation, an internal flame of defiance that refuses to be extinguished. She wasn't just surviving, she was strategizing, buying time, maintaining an inner world they could never touch. But survival is complicated. These quiet acts of resistance, while crucial, were not enough to break free from the overwhelming darkness. If you're enjoying Extraordinary, please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code for our free 7-day email course, The Breakthrough Blueprint. Turn setbacks into comebacks using tactics of great underdogs like Stephen Hawking and Lincoln. Now, back to the episode. Years blended together. Isolation became her normal. Then, unexpectedly, a journey to UC Berkeley, a moment of potential liberation that carried its own tension. Imagine the complexity of that moment, hope and terror intertwined, the world starting to open, but fear still gripping every breath. When the police finally made contact, joy and disorientation collided. Freedom wasn't a switch. It was a landscape to be navigated, filled with new challenges and uncharted emotional territories. Freedom wasn't a destination. It was a journey of reconstruction. Jaycee didn't just survive her captivity, she began to reimagine what survival could mean. Horses became her unexpected therapists. Their silent understanding transcended human language. Each hoofbeat was a rhythm of healing, each gentle nuzzle a reminder that trust could be rebuilt. You might think healing is about forgetting, but for Jaycee, it was about transformation. Her foundation, Jaycee, wasn't just an organization. It was a living testament to her resilience. Just ask yourself to care wasn't just a motto. It was a radical act of turning personal trauma into collective healing. Law enforcement workshops, trauma support programs, equine therapy sessions. Jaycee wasn't just helping others, she was rewriting the narrative of victimhood. Listen closely. This isn't a story about what was done to her. This is a story about what she chose to do afterward. In a world that would have understood if she'd chosen bitterness, she chose something far more powerful: compassion. Every time she spoke, every workshop she led, every horse she guided toward a traumatized individual, Jaycee was dismantling the structures of silence that protect abusers. You might be carrying your own unspoken stories, stories that feel too heavy, too painful to share. But in Jaycee's journey, you'll find a profound truth. Your pain doesn't define you. Your response to that pain does. Remember the pinecone? That symbol of her lost childhood now represented something entirely different: hope, resilience, the extraordinary capacity of the human spirit to not just endure, but to flourish. In meadows where horses grazed, where sunlight danced across open fields, Jaycee found her true liberation, not in forgetting, but in transforming. Here's your call to action, your life challenge. Look at your own pinecone, your own symbol of a moment that changed everything. What will you choose to build from that moment? Victimhood or vision? Silence or symphony? Jaycee's story isn't about what happened to her. It's about what happens next, in your life, in this moment. Your trauma is not your terminus, it's your launching pad. The last thing she touched before her abduction became the first thing that defined her resurrection. What will you touch? What will you transform? On the next episode of Extraordinary. After witnessing Jaycee's extraordinary journey from darkness to light, you might wonder, what drives a person to stand up against insurmountable odds? Next week, we meet Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a man who chose faith over fear in the grim setting of Flossenburg concentration camp. Little did he know, that choice would spark an unyielding flame of resistance and inspire generations. Join us as we explore the power of choice through Dietrich's unwavering courage. Please like, subscribe, and scan the QR code or follow the pinned link to get our free 7-day email course, The Breakthrough Blueprint. 7 days, 7 ordinary to extraordinary transformations. Rewrite your story using the exact frameworks that build empires from nothing. Click the video that just popped up to watch the next one in this series. Or for episode summaries, behind-the-scenes info, and more, go to daily8.com/EO. Thanks for watching.